Hello everyone, Radis for DLC here, making this video right before the 8th anniversary live stream. We already know most likely who's going to be part 1. This video is not really about what I want to see in the sense of characters. Mainly these are 5 major points I want to see them improve or avoid during the anniversary. I wrote down some notes. So my first point is more diverse meta. So what I mean by this is if you were here throughout the 7th anniversary, you already know where I'm going to go with this. That anniversary had a really big problem in the sense that each part was pretty much really focusing on one team at a time, with part 1 was Unireps, part 2 being Saiyan Saga, and then part 3 was Namek Saga. And it's even led into Legends Fest, with part 1 being mainly movies. We were hoping it was going to be like fusions, PO. To be fair, I think part 1 of Legends Fest of last year wasn't as bad. Part 2 was actually really good in the sense because it was just like God Goku Hit and Gohan were kind of just incompatible. You weren't going to run them on the same team. Fortunately, part 3 completely broke it with Super Saiyan 4 Goku and then with the Zenkai baby and stuff. And it's just like GT, it's just, you know, you're running GT, one of the best teams, or you're just running that Goku, Namek Goku, and the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And then going back to the 7th anniversary is I really hope they don't do a repeat of that in the sense that each part is solo buffing one team. As I said, we already kind of know what's part 1 is going to be. It's going to be Dragon Ball Super Broly theme. So like, I really hope the way they design the characters, because unfortunately the characters are going to be sharing like movies and Saiyans. Broly will be on PO, and if it's Gogeta, he will be on Fusion. If it's just a Goku Vegeta, which I personally think is going to be a tag Goku Vegeta, San Family, Vegeta Clan, God Key. So Goku Vegeta is going to be buffing more teams. Yeah, you probably could run the Broly Goku together, but they're going to be on separate teams. I'm just hopefully, you know, moving forward, especially when it comes to potential Zenkais, unique equipments, which I will get to later. I do not want to see a repeat that, you know, part 2, part 3 is just everyone running the new team and that's it. It makes it very unenjoyable to play the game, which is not a good thing to feel during the anniversary, you know, one of the 2 biggest moments of this game, for this game throughout the year. So that is my first point. The second point is increase in PvE or just content overall. So again, this is going to go back to the 7th anniversary. 7th anniversary was very notorious, part 1 and part 3, with how lacking they were when it came to content. And especially anniversary exclusive content. I've actually made videos myself. We were missing a lot of just old content, like Food Bingo was missing. We didn't get challenge battle, or we didn't get a special challenge tower until like very late, until was it part 2 or part 3? Like stuff like that. This game is PvP focused first and foremost. I would be a fool to act like it isn't. But I have noticed a lot of people have been talking about how they just don't really have a reason to stay playing the game, because it's like if you're not playing PvP, you're just grinding for equipment. Give us some PvE content. Give us something to use the characters on outside of just fighting other players, you know. That would definitely help. Especially because it looks like story mode is gonna be finished. I hope they do what they did in the 7th anniversary. This is actually a plus. They did a special story related raid that they wanted you to run Shallot. It was like 3 raids. It was you fought Frieza, Cell, and Boo, I believe. And it was really fun. Like I hope they introduce a lot of old events that we just haven't seen in a while. But I would love to see some brand new PvE style event we just haven't thought of. Really would be interesting. Point 3 is spacing of content. Unfortunately, yeah, back to 7th anniversary. Again, I mean, I just praised it, so I think it's fair. Yeah. Part 1, honestly, actually, throughout the anniversary, the problem is is it would be the first week is where most of the content would come out. Week 2 would pretty much be a dead week, and then week 3 they might drop like an equipment or something, and that's it. This is like an exclusively unique issue that happened last year. This is not just an Anniversary Legends Fest problem. This was like a problem that just throughout the year, like it was pretty much after the first 4 months, it was, I would say, up to the Diamond campaign. That was when like the schedules for the content in the game just dropped out the window. I don't know if it was some type of management issue, something in the back end, but if you were playing last year, you definitely felt the difference. You know, playing the first 4 months and then boom, it was just like, yeah, wow. It's like some weeks, you know, they gave us a lot of stuff, and then like the next 2 to 3 weeks, it's just like it's a desert. It's a ghost town. Where is everyone? So please, Legends, please do not do that. Especially again for Anniversary. It makes sense for leading up to Anniversary, the 2 weeks beforehand and stuff like that. Not during Anniversary. We should not have any dead weeks. And again, that also goes back to my second point with the lack of content. So like for the 7th anniversary, because there was not a lot of content already, and the fact we were getting dead weeks, it really made it worse. Like if it was like, hypothetically, if let's say week 1 they gave us like tons of content, like we got raids, we got a unique raid, so we got like 2 raids at once, we got like a new co-op season, we have like challenge tower, we have food bingo, we have something else, we have a new story event. Like if they gave us so much stuff that it's like, yeah, the next week they might just give us a unique equipment and that's it, we're not going to complain, because the first week they just gave us so much stuff that it's going to be hard for most players to get through it in the first week. So that is something they could potentially do. I kind of just hope they just space it out normally. You know, like week 1 it gave us a ton of stuff, week 2 give us a good amount of stuff, week 3 and all pretty strong. So yeah. Number 4, this is probably my number 1 issue. This is like the one thing I hope they don't do. This is like, for me personally, the worst thing they did last year for the 7th anniversary. And I stated here, I want minimum power. What I mean by this is, I think for the community, we all have accepted that Legends Fest and anniversaries are the 2 acceptable times of the year to see power creep in the game. But if you look at the anniversary, and this isn't, I wouldn't say purely the anniversary fault, this kind of happened throughout the Dragon Ball campaign, the damage card numbers pretty much went like, it was a 200% increase. It went from 70 to like 140, and then we got to the 7th anniversary, it was 210, I believe. I might be wrong. I'm gonna probably put it up on screen here, but yeah, it was like, and because of that, it really hurt the anniversary in a lot of ways, especially because the 7th anniversary had like the banners. They were amazing. Still some of the best banners we have ever seen in the game. Problem is, it's like, yeah, some of the best banners ever, a ton of great characters are on them, and then people start using them against the new characters, and all of a sudden it's just like, even though these characters mechanically are doing well, they just can't do the damage anymore. They can't bypass the damage card. They have to go through like over 200% damage card. And yeah, I do not want to see them do that. I do not want to see some insane increase of damage. Isn't as bad as just damage card. Damage card is basically like the it is basically the threshold for characters to see like, oh, can you hang with the big boys or not? Unfortunately, what happened during like anniversary or pretty much around that time, like I would say like 80% of characters just got filtered out, unfortunately. Really hope they don't do anything absurd here. This is actually just, this applies throughout the year, so this is not just something I want to see in anniversary. This is just moving forward. Legends, can we chill on the power creep? Please, 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 please. And then the 5th point, my final point, this could be considered part to my 3rd or my 2nd point with increased content, but I feel like this is like very unique enough that it could be a separate point. is Zenkais and unique equipment. Yes, the big elephant in the room. Yeah, 7th anniversary. I know I keep mentioning 7th anniversary, but yeah, we received 2 Zenkais throughout 7th anniversary. We got the LF Revival UI Goku in part 1, and then we had for part 2 that last week we had a Zenkai for Revival Frieza. He was the Zenkai to build up for the Namek's dual Ultra Namek reveal. Yeah, no. And again, that was an anomaly. If you go back every other year, we're getting like 4 to 5 Zenkais. We're getting like 4 to 5 unique equipments. Yeah, I do not know what they were thinking. Also, I've realized we have not got a free-to-play character yet. So, like, I just realized that actually recording this. Like, normally we do get a free-to-play character for anniversary, usually just 1, sometimes 2, and usually the second one is the special one. We haven't received a free-to-play character for the month of May. I was assuming we were gonna get one for Xenoverse, we just never did. So unless I'm forgetting something, like maybe I'm crazy, like hopefully I'm not wrong about that. I'm not gonna check, so but yeah, if we may see a couple free-to-play characters, and hopefully they're good. But yeah, like, give us Zenkais, make them good. I will say, honestly, the quality of Zenkai's unique equipment this year has been really good outside of Daima. I do not know what is happening with Daima this year. The way they've been treating that team, the way they've been buffing them, it's just kind of hilarious how bad they are. And then Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, like, I'm pretty sure his unique equipment is exactly the same as Gogeta. Like, it's actually like, what were they thinking about? Like, I'm pretty sure Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, his unique equipment is the exact same as the sparking red Super Saiyan Gogeta. But yeah, like, increase of Zenkais and unique equipments. This is also includes ultra unique equipment. Again, this is not really a video of me like proposing who I want to see get a unique equipment or Zenkai. No, I might do a different video for that, but I really just want to see an increase of that. I do not want to just see 2 Zenkais this year. We do have a good amount of characters. We need Zenkai, and it doesn't even have to be LFs. Like, I'm trying to think, like, if we're getting a Gogeta part 1, Zenkai that yellow Pikkon, like, he is one of the first 5 characters that's sparking yellow Pikkon. He still doesn't have a Zenkai. That's insane. Or give us a unique equipment for the green Beerus. Because his last buff was the LF Green Beerus. The first ever Legends limited character was 2019 when it got a Zenkai. So, like, yeah, like, I just want to see an increase on Zenkai's and unique equipment. Obviously, I want them to be good, but I'm fairly confident that whatever Zenkai unique equipments they're gonna give out, they're gonna be good. We didn't get to see much stinkers outside of like Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Some people will say Evo Vegeta, which or Evo Ken, I kind of do agree. But other than that, I'm just like, and Daima, like the Daima Zenkais and the unique equipments were actually just bad, I would say. Other than that, I think they did a really good job this year. But yeah, those are my main 5 points. For me, the biggest one is power creep. I do not want to see a massive increase in power creep, mainly for the damage card numbers. It's just gonna make characters. It's just gonna basically shorten the amount of characters that is viable in the meta. That is my biggest thing, and then obviously my second biggest thing is I want to see diversity, more diverse teams. So I don't want them to be, like part 2, they just buffing androids, and it's just like, yeah, I love androids. That's all you're gonna see in the meta. Yes, but that's gonna be it for me. Tell me in the comments what a couple things you want to see for the anniversary in the sense of like Zenkais, like new content, just anything you want them to see improved, and hopefully they don't butcher it or anything. I have faith that this anniversary is going to be a really special one. So that's going to be it for me, guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day.